first and foremost, I have like one major criticism when it comes to comedy. Comedies should not be over like an hour and a half long, in my opinion. Like an hour 30, hour 40 minutes should be like the maximum. This movie was almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a long what's it called again? It was a long movie. So we're gonna talk about spoilers for people who don't want to watch, or if you guys don't want, if you guys don't care, you guys can hang out, or you guys put me on mute until the Lady Baller spoilers sign thing on the bottom goes away. So Grae, what did you think about the movie?
I think it's pretty good. Yeah, I said to you, it wasn't super great in my opinion. It's like because essentially the main points of the trailer already represented what was in the bulk of the film, except the final arc, the final part. That's the only thing that it didn't cover.
Which was extremely wholesome. Like that part, like that. I didn't think that ending was gonna end like that, and I was like, oh, this is extremely wholesome. I like the ending. It's because like if they didn't go that way, and they just like they somehow persevered and beat the cowgirls, right, in basketball, then it's like, oh, it's like something I've seen before. But how they changed up the ending was actually pretty nice. It was a wholesome moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so now right before the movie started, there was a trailer, huh?
Yeah, there was a trailer.
An animated trailer. So we can talk a little bit about that, right? So this doesn't have really to do with Lady Ballers too much, but we'll leave the spoilers thing up. But there was a movie that's called Mr. Bertram, right? Mr. Bertram, and it is what's it called again? I didn't know that was happening, and then I saw it, and I was like, oh, this looks pretty decent, right? Daily Wire sets adult animated comedy series, Mr. Bertram, starring Adam Carolla, Megyn Kelly, Brett Cooper, Roseanne Barr, Candace Owens, and Danny Trejo. Right, and they're also bringing in the "Hey Peter," the guy who does Joe's voice. Like he's in it too, and a bunch of other people are in it, which is great. We're finally getting an adult animated series from like what's it called again? A more I would say this is more conservative, definitely more conservative. But yeah, we're finally getting an animated series. What do you think about this, man?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna get covered with your subscription. So
yeah, it will definitely. So we can watch it.
Yeah. So we'll definitely watch it. Then we'll talk about it. Pretty excited for it too.
So we do know that Adam Carolla, he's from the Man Show. But he's relatively based. He's pretty based. He does voices for a bunch of other stuff. I know he also does the voice of Death for Family Guy, right? And then Brett Cooper, basically female Ben Shapiro, and then you have Megyn Kelly, and you have the already canceled Roseanne Barr, who's the uncancelable because she's not letting herself be canceled. But the crazy thing is seeing Danny Trejo here. Everyone loves Danny Trejo. I wonder if he will get canceled from being in this TV show. What do you think?
Probably not. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, even if they try, it's not gonna work. Yeah, it's not gonna give a crap.
Like, you think I'm canceled? I'm gonna come to your house with a machete. Did you watch Machete? That's based on real life things.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the last one got released. The one where he's gonna be sent to outer space. Was that ever released? Yeah. It's like the villain flew to space, so he needs to go to space to stop him. I don't know if that one ever got released.
Oh man, that's so funny.
Yo, Machete kill. I think it's called Machete Kills Again in Space. That was.
Oh my god! I only watched the first one. I only watched the first one. Yeah, what's going on, Keely Chow? How's it going? Yo, what's going on, Tim F? Hope you're doing well. Wait, what's this? Mavis Beacon says, oh yeah, Mr. Bertram was on Crank Yankers. Oh shit. Okay. Did he do voices? That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, Danny is very, very Christian. Yeah. So, and the thing is that he's also vegan. If you guys didn't know, he has a vegan taco shop in LA.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I heard it's pretty good. I haven't tried it. I heard it's called Trejo's Tacos, which hurts pretty damn good. But now, yeah, so we have Danny Trejo, and we have the guy who does God, what's his name? Joe's voice actor, Family Guy, Patrick Warburton. This guy. This guy, yeah. Yeah, he also does. He's also going to be doing voices too. He has a very iconic voice. And if you guys watched Emperor's New Groove, right? He's in there, right? So he's
Yes.
pretty good. Yeah. So I forgot who he plays.
What was he? The big guy? The big guy.
He's the bad guy, the big bad, the bad guy.
Yeah,
I forgot his name. Is it Krunk?
I figured. I forgot to. I should watch it again.
Yeah, Emperor's New Groove is really good, man.
Yeah,
Surprisingly,
yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the fact that like if they're all going to be on the show, I wonder if the people I wonder if they're just going to cancel them. You know, it's like, oh, Danny Trejo, he's like, like he's one of those people who's like he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I imagine the media's gonna try, but that's about it.
Yeah, but I am looking forward to this though. I actually am going to watch it since I already am subscribed now. Right? I am already subscribed, so we can all watch it and stuff like that. I'm going to talk about it. But let's go back to Lady Ballers. It actually has a Rotten Tomato review. Only 2, right? Of course, they're not going to review it. You know the critics aren't going to review this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's go ahead and read the reviews. So there's 2 of them. Roger Moore from Movie Nation, rotten. A groaning 110 minutes of agenda in search of a laugh. Did you laugh at all in the movie?
Yeah.
It was good funny parts, right?
It had funny parts.
There was legitimately funny parts. Like I forgot there's so many parts where I'm just like, I was watching it last night, like when I got home from the con.
Yeah.
And like my brothers were already sleeping. So like I have to like not laugh too loud. But there's some parts like I legitimately laughed, which is pretty funny. And then we got Christian Toto, outrageous Daily Wire plus comedy skewers, trans sports debate, everything woke. So sorry, I cut you off. What are you gonna say?
Yeah, I think the first part where I laughed was I forgot the main character's name where he got tased. Oh my god, he's an ally.
Yes. Oh shit. God. Okay. Let's actually look up what's it called? Let's go.
When Alex came in, oh my god, he's an ally.
Oh my god, that's so good. Yeah, I think he plays Coach Rob. Coach Rob.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So what happened was what happened is I would say that's the first part where I would say legitimately laugh, but there's also the part where like because when the movie starts, it sort of feels like okay, this sort of like campy, sort of like it's like it feels like early 2000s comedy, right? 2000s comedy, but the thing is, there's nothing like when's the last time that there's something like this in the theaters? Wasn't there that like gay movie that nobody watched? Supposed to be like a comedy one.
Bros.
Yeah, called like Bros or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody watched that shit.
Yeah, nobody.
Right? So and like but the thing for this one, I think the part where it's sort of like it feels like where they started like talking about it where so Coach Rob, which is played by Jeremy Boring, he's basically like he wants to relive his youth, right? Because he was a badass coach, and his group of basketball, the basketball guys, like the person who played on his team, which is Daniel, Jake, David, Blaine, and Tyler. And it's funny, is because all of them they use their actual names, I believe, other than Daniel. They basically like they want to relive their youth. So Jeremy Boring, he just ends up being like a high school coach for basketball, right? And he's like he doesn't make a lot of money. He still drives like a crappy ass Lincoln, old ass car. If someone stole his catalytic converter, right? And then while driving home, he's talking to his daughter, and he's divorced, coming from a divorced family. And then the daughter talks about like, oh, my friend showed me showed me his penis, and he's like, ah! Right? He's like, what? Like, so that's where it's like, yeah, my friend showed me she showed me her penis, and he's like, girls don't have penises. It's like, that's really bigoted of you, Dad.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
yeah. How did boys enter the women's restroom to begin with?
Yeah. So there's a lot of like talks and stuff like that, and he's like, who taught you this stuff? Oh, mommy's new husband, something like that, right?
Yeah, and even before that, right? They were talking about Cold War, right? They said how they destroyed capitalism, something like that.
Yeah. The Cold War destroyed capitalism. And he's
Yeah.
like, oh, have they talked to you about the Berlin Wall and what happened to
Wall,
that? He's like, no.
yeah.
He's like, yeah, you should probably talk about that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
I think it has good messages, right? And it
Yeah.
points fun of a lot of stuff. So of course, when Jeremy Boring drives to his wife's house, I didn't see this. Okay. I didn't see this in the trailer because I wasn't paying attention. Matt Walsh is fucking hilarious as Chris. The what's it called in the stupid boyfriend, the one who goes like this.
Yeah.
It goes like that.
Yeah.
Right. He does an amazing job as Chris. He's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but like
when he
go ahead.
when he grabs Alex the first time, I see you.
I see you. Right. So when you first go to what's it called again? Darby, which is the ex-wife, and Matt Walsh's Chris their house. Love, rainbow everywhere. You know, freaking rainbow flag, trans flag, all the flags, anything that you can think of is on this guy's lawn.
Yeah.
Right? It's insane, right? And when you think of a hardcore like ally SJW hippie, like he's exactly who you see, which is amazing, right? And he plays that character perfectly. Yeah. And it's like he's been teaching the daughter, right? The daughter's a Winnie. Yeah, Winnie right over here, played by Rosie. It's basically like she's learning all of these like woke stuff from him.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you know, so he gets in like an argument with his like ex-wife and stuff like that. So and then I believe he's like, fuck, man, like how do I get back on my feet, make more money? So he goes to this place where he used to work, I think when he was younger. And that place became a drag restaurant.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, that place became a drag restaurant. And he's like, what? And he's like, all right, so here's your wig and your stuff like that. And yeah. And then he turns and he sees his former student, which is played by Daniel. His name's Alex. Thank you. Played by Alex. And he's like in there and he's like, oh, he's like, Coach Rob. He's like, what are you doing here, Alex? So then he was like, oh, there's this thing that I want to do, like, and this is where he saw that flyer. I'm not sure when he sees the flyer for like the I forgot what it's called.
The tournament. No, it was when Matt Walsh gives it to him, right? I think it was Matt Walsh.
Yeah. Matt Walsh gives it to him. Yes.
Yeah.
So Matt Walsh gives Jeremy Boring the flyer and is like, you can participate in this, and then you can make something of yourself, right? And then he's like, I see you. And he just holds his hand out like this until he waits like a full minute until Jeremy Boring's like, I see you too. Right. So he's like, okay, I want to participate in this. And then he's like, oh, well, it's like anyone can join this now. He's like, what do you mean? Like, you don't have to be, you don't have to be a male or female. You like anyone. There's no restrictions. So he goes and he's like, do you still have what it takes? You're like one of my best. And he basically like, he's in the back alley with him. And he's like, he times him with his running. So he still got it. He still got it. The funny thing was this reoccurring character that's on a scooter. And he comes by, he goes, how much? Oh shit, man. That reoccurring character is pretty funny.
Yeah.
And so then they go to the sign up, right? And this is where he gets tased. He's like, hey, I'm trying to get into this thing, and then of course he immediately sees the trans thing, trans humans rights or whatever, and she has a button and all these things. He's like, okay. And then what caused her to tase him?
Yeah, because he was a white guy. He thought he was representing, I think, himself or a male white guy. Mm-hmm. Because Alex wasn't there yet at the time. Then she pretends that, oh, slots are full, so I can't entertain you anymore. But then she calls the person to the back, next please. Then Coach Rob was like, why are you entertaining the next guy if it's already closed? Do you want me to tase you? And then Coach Rob was like, he said yes, right? Or he said, what did he say again before he got tased?
I forgot. But
but anyway, but she tases him anyway. She tases him. Then Alex comes along. with his wig, right? With the wig.
Yeah, he comes with a wig,
That
and fake boobs.
yeah, that's what she realized. Oh no, I
I
taste an
tasted an ally.
ally.
Oh shit! And then and then he's like, "Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry."
Right.
Right? It's like, and like all fees are waived. You know, you can go inside, and then
Yeah.
and was this the track and field one? The first one they enter?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So they go inside, and then what's that called again? There's a track and field thing, and of course you see in the trail like all the girls are looking at him, and he's like, and then he like freaking runs really fast, and then all the girls like, and it's funny is because this happens in real life,
Yeah.
right? Like a lot of these like what's it called again? Culture and media, the entertainment and stuff. It's all like a reflection of real life, and he completely dominates, wins it, and then there's a reporter, which I think she's pretty hot, in my opinion.
She is.
Right, and then there's like, okay, I'm gonna make a like some kind of like article or something like that, like not article, like I'm gonna make like big because I want to win a Pulitzer or some shit, right? So she goes on the news because she's a news reporter, so she calls herself a journalist, right?
Yeah.
And she I forgot who she is. So let's bring up her character.
Check the cast again.
See. Okay, I don't think she's here. Let me see.
She's pretty prominent though. She's like a
pretty prominent. Yeah, let's see all cast. Okay, I don't know. I forgot her name. I actually forgot her name too, so I don't remember. But yeah, she's one of the reporters, and what's it called again? You have Michael Knowles and Brett Cooper. They were the news anchors, right? And then there's like they questioned the reporter was like, those are actually, and like what are they, huh? What are they? Say it. And then it's like they're not really, they're not actually words. Like, why are you being so bigoted and stuff like that? And the next time you see Michael Knowles and Brett Cooper, they had to take a sensitivity training in order to actually come back as being a news anchor. And then he's like, I find out that I'm actually part like Native American. So he starts wearing these like Native American stuff. And then Brett Cooper's like, I found out that I'm actually part black. And she goes, it's pretty damn funny. So what was like instead of like going through the entire thing, we're probably going to go back and forth. But what was was there something that really stuck out to you that you really enjoyed?
A part that I really enjoyed in the film.
Yeah, in the film.
The part where the daughter, it's towards the end where the daughter goes to Coach Rob and says, I want to be a boy.
Oh yes.
I like that. I like what he said. I like what Coach Rob said to rebut what she said. That's probably the best part for me. Like, it's kind of wholesome. Like, yeah, men are better in a lot of things, especially in terms of physical sports in general,
Mm-hmm.
and even arguably STEM research. But then it's women who brings out the best in these men. It's women who keeps these men in check. And if without the women, men wouldn't be as great as they are.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the best way to say it, man. That's the best way to bring it. It's like, yeah, that's the problem with what's going on right now in the world, with particularly in the West, and for the wokies, like they feel that for some reason that's a bad thing or that's an inferior thing, which is not really true. Which is not true.
Yeah. Yo, yeah, Crash Mondo. Yo, thank you so much for the 2. Yeah, I just saw. Yeah, journalist was played by Billy Ray Brandt. He playing Gwen. Yeah, it's her first acting role. She did a good job.
Oh, okay, yeah, she did really good.
Yeah, she did a good job. Yeah, and yeah, but overall, so there was one part that was pretty good too, where like they did the first when they officially started going to basketball, right? Like, so you sort of got everyone back together. You sort of bring the group back together. The boys are back, right? You bring them all back together. It's like, oh, we want to play basketball. We want to do this, and then they tell them that, like, all right, you all have to be girls though. And then that's where they're like, wait, so we need more like info on this kind of stuff, like houses allowed and stuff like that. So that's where the daughter comes in.
Yeah.
I was like, he has this like crazy ass board with like a bunch of lines tied together, like a like some kind of like criminal or something. And he's like, so what's this? And then the daughter's like, okay, so can you be a man and then become a woman and then becoming a man again? He's like, yeah, that's called gender fluid, right? So the daughter knows all these things is because Matt Walsh taught it to her, right? So which is pretty hilarious. And then they officially go to their first game. Right. The first game was like a bunch of guys playing basketball and stuff like that. The crowd's completely filled. And then when it's time for them to come to the court, all of a sudden the crowd's empty. Right? It's like the crowd's empty. No one's there. And he's like, yep, that's why, this women's basketball. Nobody plays, like, nobody watches women's basketball. And then when they started like playing against the girls, like they completely destroyed them. Right. They completely destroyed them. Like it was like 100 or 90 to like 13 or something like that. It was like really, really bad. So someone said, was there any Asian representation? There was one. I forgot his name, but he is on Twitter. Let me see if I can find him. I don't
even remember. Yeah, you need to show it if I saw it. But I'm pretty sure I did. I just forgot.
Okay. So I forgot his name, but he's pretty active in the political sphere in terms of talking about being Asian. He's a Korean guy. I forgot his like Kim something or forgot something like that. It's basically like he pops up and he's like, wow, it's like watching a man's basketball, right? So it's like this Asian guy just pops up out of nowhere, and it's him because there's only one guy that looks like that. So it's it was pretty fitting. And then they all go back to the locker room, and then like everyone was like sad. They sort of like not happy. They're not happy, right? Especially the tall guy who's David.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And then Jeremy Boring comes in. He's like, all right, cool, we won. And then David was like, but that's sort of fucked up what we did. Of course, I'm paraphrasing. Like it sort of messed up what we did. He's like, what do you mean? Like those girls worked really, really hard to get to where they are. And us being males, we're a lot stronger, faster. We have better reflexes than them. We just came out and destroyed them. Like this isn't right. And then he's like, man, it isn't right. He's like, I just got a sponsorship from L'Oreal.
Nike. L'Oreal or Nike.
I just got one from Nike. I just got an invitation to go to the White House, right? And all of them completely forgot about it. Right? They all forgot. And then what's it called again? Like he basically goes in to do his like photo shoot and stuff like that. And then the little guy, I forgot his name already. Was it Tyler?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it was Tyler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Kangman. Yeah, Kangman was in the movie. Yes. Thank you, Johnny Lightfoot. Yeah, he was in the movie for like one scene. So he's basically playing the Dylan Mulvaney part, and it's exactly how Dylan Mulvaney does it. But the crazy thing is that I believe they interviewed him. I think it was Tim Pool. They interviewed him, and they said Tyler Fisher. Yeah, it was Felix. Okay, yeah, Tyler Fisher was playing Felix. Thank you. And he said that, how did you come up with that character? He's like, I basically chose everything that I can think of to make fun of a girl, and that's what I came up with. And then it looks exactly like Dylan Mulvaney. He's like, day 334 of being a woman. Oh my God. Like I just ate pistachio ice cream and now I'm doing this. And it's like, oh my God, I can't wait to put on my first makeup. #bless. I'm like, wow. Right. So it's so funny, like what they're pointing out. And Riley Gaines is also in this movie, which is the swimmer, right? I believe she's the one I'm not sure if she's the one who went against God, that man guy. I forgot his name already. Where Thomas or something like that. Leah Thomas. I'm not sure, but she was in this one. And then he got what's it called again? This guy over here, the guy who's played Alex, he got sponsored to swim.
Yeah.
Right. He's like, oh, we don't just need to do basketball. We can do any sport. Sport, right? So he went to swimming, and then they did swimming, and he completely, like, he goes really fast, and then you see Riley Gaines' point of view. She's swimming really hard, and then she's like, and then all of a sudden there's a hand that comes out, and then it's Alex. Like, can I help you? Oh man, But yeah, it's basically pointing fun of everything that it's sort of like wrong with the world. And if you guys didn't watch, I'm not sure if you guys watched Tim Pool, but they had when they announced the trailer for Lady Ballers, Jeremy Boring was at Tim Pool's live stream. And what happened was that he said, why can't you get this in theaters? This movie would be great in theaters, right? And he said that they tried. And they said that the reason why they couldn't do it was this is what they said. And this is what Jeremy Boring said. He said that you can make fun of anything. Anything. Fat people, you can make fun of Asian people, you can make fun of anyone. Anything is okay for you to make fun of. The only thing that they didn't, the only one reason that they didn't post the stuff like put in the theaters was just the fact that they're making fun of trans people. And that's the only thing that they didn't allow. So it's sort of like, it's like a fucking sacred thing. Yeah, exactly, Dan.
Yeah, protected class.
Yeah, protected class, exactly. They cannot make fun of trans community. That's the only thing. You can make fun of anything else. And I believe this movie only took, what, $17 million to make?
Okay,
right?
Yeah, that's really...
like 17 is pretty damn cheap. It's under 20 million for sure. Grae, how much was the Marvels?
Was it 300?
Yeah, it's about 300 million. And the crazy thing is, when I was at the meetup, I keep hearing Chris Gore and Mrs. Neurotic and Gary and Alan. They're like, oh my God. And then hearing, what's it called again? Film Riot and Polly from Latino Slant. They're like, oh my God, Godzilla -1 is so good. So good. It's the best movie. My best movie of this year. I'm like, really? Right?
That good?
Yeah. They like, if you saw Jeremy John's review, awesome-tacular.
Holy shit. And,
yeah. They said that it's fucking good. Right? Gary basically said, my favorite movie of this year and my favorite TV show, my favorite movie. My favorite movie, Godzilla -1, hands down. So far, is my favorite movie. And then the second one was what's it called again? Favorite TV show, One Piece. And he said, what are two common factors these two things have? They're from Japan. The IP is from Japan. And they're saying that American media is dead. Right? And it makes sense, right? Because they're like and they said that Godzilla only costs about like 17 to 19 million as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's insane. They said that they said that they might have heard maybe 30 million, but still.
Even then, yeah.
Even then, it's not even you're not even reaching 100 million.
Yeah.
Right? So it's freaking crazy. Right? So that's why we have stuff like this. Like that's why Japan's winning. That's why independent media is winning. Right? We actually saw like one person there representing a Ripper shirt, which is really damn cool. Like we just saw him like what's it called? I think we were walking to grab lunch, and then Gary like, "Ooh, Ripperverse!" You know, he spotted it right away, and he's like, oh, "Gary, you're here?" and stuff like that. So it was pretty wild, man. And that's why when we have movies like this, just calling it out, like, and look, I'm not sure how much this movie's gonna make, but this movie it wasn't expensive at all, right? And what's it called again? Even during today's panel, we met the guy who made Talk to Me. The director was there. So do you know what Talk to Me is?
I think we mentioned it before here, I believe.
Yeah, it's like an independent like horror movie. The guy who started on YouTube. Yeah. And then like I think he was able to get his stuff done and through done through A24, which is pretty damn cool. When he was there, I actually have a photo on my phone, which is pretty neat. But I think just independent media is just way better now, right?
Yeah.
Look, I'm not saying this movie is like a masterpiece.
Yeah,
right?
It's not for me either.
Yeah, it's not a masterpiece, but this movie reminds me of the movies that came out in like the 2000s.
Yeah, for sure.
Grae, did you watch White Chicks?
I should actually. That's another one.
You haven't watched White Chicks? You have to, man.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. The premise of the story is relatively simple. Sean and Marlon Wayans, they're both cops, and they have to go undercover to dress as white chicks. Is because those two white girls are being targeted by something, right? They're rich white girls, so they basically pretended to go under. They pretended to beat them. Now, that movie will be okay now if they're called transgender and transracial, right? Like you basically okay. Another one is called what's that? There's a movie with what's it called again? Rob Schneider, and she switches bodies with Rachel McAdams, and it's what's it called again? It's I think it's called like She's the Man. I think that's what it's called, and it's like like people back then would you just make fun of it. It's funny, right? But now if you make fun of it, it's like whoa, that's a protected class, man. You can't do that, right? Yeah. So yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Drunk 3PO like Godzilla. Yeah, that's good. Godzilla -1.
I haven't seen anyone who didn't like it. I haven't seen anyone who didn't like Godzilla.
Yeah. I think I did watch Tyrone Magnus's review. He gave it a 3 out of 5. But he's not a subtitle reader. That's why. He said he doesn't like subtitle. He said that he feels like he keeps looking down. He misses the stuff and stuff like that. But yeah. Danny Brooks says Lady Ballers makes me think of basketball. Yeah, it's definitely very it's very light humor, but it has underlying tones of like what is right and what's ethically okay.
Yep.
Right. So but yeah, it's but the crazy thing is that like at the end of the movie, this guy right here, Alex, the one on the left, at the end of the movie, he's like, I actually feel like a woman. You remember that?
That's the final part, right? With Alex, you mean that one?
Yeah, with Alex. Final parts with Alex.
Yeah.
He basically talks to the teacher, and he's like, "All right, we're done with this." And then he's like, "But I actually feel like a woman, though." And he's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, I actually feel like a woman." He's like, "You're not a woman. You know, you're like whatever you do biologically, you're not." And he's like, and then at the end, because someone did ask, is everyone from the Daily Wire, the main people, are they in this movie? Yes, everyone is. Only one person does not have a speaking part, right? So basically, let's go ahead and sort of like conclude this, right? So basically, at the end, these guys got all the way to the top, and they turn around and go, "Bring out the cowgirls," and it's literally like legit, like they look like NBA all-star basketball people, right? Like,
yep,
like they look like legit NBA players. They all come out and they're called the cowgirls, right? And they're like, they're gonna get destroyed, and they did. They get completely demolished in the first two halves. And the first halves, like up into halftime, they're like, we can't win this, and stuff like that. And then you get that one wholesome part where the daughter comes in.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just a text message. I need your help. They kept it in mystery who he texted to. Turns out it was his daughter.
Yeah. So the daughter comes in, and I think the daughter's like 10 or 9. It's like, I want to be a boy. And then it's like, oh shit, how they're gonna handle? So how will Jeremy Boring handle this? Right.
Oh, I think that happens before Alex talks.
Oh yeah. That does. Sorry. I'm jumping back and forth right now. But yeah. So the part where he talks to his daughter was pretty damn like wholesome. Like that part is pretty wholesome, right? And he's like, it's like, why do you want to be a boy? It's like they're stronger, they're faster, they're better at everything, you know. And at the end, like they'll, you know, like what does a girl have? And basically, I'm summarizing. Like girls have nothing, right? And he basically says, yes, guys, that's true. Guys are stronger, they are faster, right? And they are, you know, they are more.
Yeah, even smart. They even tackled the STEM, right? They're maybe even smarter. They said even in STEM fields. Yeah. Continue.
Yeah. And then he's like, but the one thing that they don't have is the power to, you know, your mother has that brought you into the world, right? And then he's like, your mom, that's the one that will always be the one thing that a woman will have, a girl will have, that a man will never have. And if it wasn't for that, we would never have had you. You know, you would never, you know, entered into our lives and stuff like that. And it's just something simple, like a simple message like that.
Yeah, and like behind every man, behind the scenes is a woman that brought him there.
Yeah. So it was pretty touching. And then of course this whole thing happens, and then after the halftime, they're like, oh, we're gonna change. We're not gonna. We're doing a what's it called? We're substituting the 5 main players. We're gonna bring out our substitutes, and the substitutes were these 5 little girls shows, and the daughter is also one of them.
Yeah.
Right. And then you're like, oh shit, what's gonna happen, right? Like what's gonna happen? And then they fucking throw the ball, and then like they basically let the girls score like a couple of times, right? Like they'll help the girl do like the dunk.
Yeah, the first catch was done by the cowgirl guys. Like, okay, I got the ball. What am I? Okay, I'll give you the ball. He gave the daughter the ball.
Yeah, it's extremely wholesome, and you see them playing basketball, and like the cowgirls will let the actual little girls steal the ball from them.
Yeah.
Right. And then it's sort of like you have these happy music playing and stuff like that. I think everyone is like, it's a very wholesome moment. And then at the end is like, eventually it's 416-8 because they ended up beating the little girls anyways at the end. But yeah, it's like you have very wholesome moments like that. Oh, I'm gonna jump back when they brought in Ben Shapiro. This scene, I died, man. You know the part where he's like, this other coach over here, the one on the left, was like, wait, you can't do that. You can't do that. And he basically just curses him out. He starts saying a bunch of F words and stuff like that. And he had to censor. It's all bleeped out. I started laughing. It's because you never hear Ben Shapiro cuss at all unless he's like,
that's why. Okay.
Yeah, he's extremely PC.
I remember he said something that made me laugh. I forgot what it was. He said something in that scene actually at the end.
Yeah.
I know the other coach said we just make these up as we go, but the next one was pretty funny. I forgot what it was.
Yeah, I yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, and what's it called again? Jeremy Boring's what's it called again? His what was his team's catchphrase? Winners are just losers who win, or something like that.
Losers are just something like that.
Yeah, winners are just losers who win. It's like something stupid like that.
Losers are just winners. I don't know. It's something along those lines.
Yeah, but it's pretty good. But yeah. So at the end of the movie, you get what's it called again? The two brothers. So this is Matt Walsh right over here. He plays Chris, the one in the middle. Right. He does an amazing job, and this part's pretty funny too, when they like completely went super hardcore into what's it called again? Their 1%.
Yeah, the guy at the right. When the big guy pushed him in the court.
Yeah,
hey, don't push me off my native land. Something he made that kind of joke.
Yeah, white guy pushed me off my native land. Yeah, and the fact that what Michael Knowles does here is I believe this is the part where I think what's it called again? Felix's character pulls down the black guy's pants, and then Andrew Clavin's like, "That's the biggest dick I ever seen on a woman." And then Brett Cooper is like, oh, and then Michael Knowles goes, "Oh!" It's so good, man. Holy shit! It's so funny. It's so funny. And but yeah, you have Ted Cruz makes an appearance. Right, Ted Cruz makes an appearance. I forgot he says something about like he should have got like box tickets or something like that. And yeah, so these two guys are the Crane brothers. They're actually real brothers in real life. And at the end of the movie, they're sort of like trying to revamp their like used car lot thing, right? And then they opened up a like a little basketball court, and then they started playing basketballs with the little girls. And then you see what's it called again? Matt Walsh's character, which is Chris. He's in the car. He's like this. He's like, that was good. That was very good. And he takes off his wig. He's still doing his documentary of What is a Woman. And then you see Candace Owens watching him, like talking to him. They're both doing this like freaking documentary together. So Matt Walsh went undercover the entire time, which is pretty crazy. And then at the end of the movie, you're watching the credits, right? You're seeing like, Ted Cruz. Thank you, Ted Cruz. Matt Walsh. Thank you. What's it called again? Thank you, Ben Shapiro. And then and it says with Candace Owens, and then with Dr. Peterson, Jordan Peterson. And I was like, wait, did I miss him in the movie? And I was like, wait, was he playing someone? I completely missed it. And then you see Alex, who's still confused. He's basically sitting in he's lying down on like a couch.
Oh yeah, like post credits, yeah.
Yeah, and then he was talking about what's it called again? How like everything that he went through in his entire life, and then you see Jordan Peterson. He's just like he's just like super annoyed. He doesn't say a single word. He's just super fucking annoyed. He's like, oh god. He continues to write his notes down. So I was like, oh shit. So it's Jordan Peterson who was in it too, which is freaking awesome. But yeah, now, yeah, see over here. But overall, I think the movie is a solid like 7.5.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's solid 7.5. The message is very good. Some of the comedy is a hit or miss, but when they hit, it hits. It's pretty damn funny. Yeah. Don't push me off my native laugh. Completely forgot about that one.
Yeah.
That one's so good. But yeah, man. The three guys have a sports show called in the morning called Crane and Company. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah. I actually subscribed to them. I didn't know that they had it. Right. So when I reacted to the trailer, like they also did a reaction to the trailer too. And it's pretty damn good. I do like this movie. I like this part too, where it's like that. So this is the reporter right over here, Gwen. He's like, I know what you guys are doing. And it's like, I know he's not a girl. And he's like, did you just assume her gender? And it's like basically every trope, everything that the leftists, these people who are like, who think they're trans, LGBT, all of that stuff, everything that you think in your mind that they make fun of it in this movie. And it's pretty well done too. And they don't shit on them though. Like they don't shit on them, like saying that they're like awful people or anything like that. They're saying that they're confused, right? They're saying that they have like gender dysphoria or something like that. And like they're just confused about the stuff that they're doing, and that's the reason that's the reason why you shouldn't like you shouldn't learn these things at school and stuff like that. And he's like, and immediately when Jeremy Boring hears like, I've learned all these things from my teachers and stuff like that, and he's like, oh, I'm taking you to private school. So it's like, oh, I didn't learn it from private school. I learned it from Chris. So that's the reason why you need to vet like everything that your you need to vet everything that like your kid watches, and everyone that your kid at least try to like everyone that they come across, is because you don't know who in their lives that they can potentially like be that kind of influence where they completely changes the person's thought and stuff. Was Candace Owens in it? Yes, she was. She was at the end of the movie. She was sitting in a car with Matt Walsh.
Matt Walsh, yeah.
Yeah, sitting in the car with Matt Walsh. They were still doing their documentary of What is a Woman. And they actually do say that. It's like, what is a woman? They actually do say that in the movie. The funny part was they did an advertisement within the movie, right? Like Jeremy's razors for women.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny. I wonder if that's a legit advertisement.
Yeah, I wasn't sure either, but I was assuming that it was trolling one.
Yeah, but they had an advertisement in the movie, and they also advertised the She and Her chocolate bar. It was actually when Jeremy Boring went to that cafe where he ends up like meeting Alex, and then it's like on the side he says She and Her Jeremy's chocolate, and it's like, oh look, I'm using Jeremy's razors. This is so good. It's like a self insert, but yeah, it's pretty self aware, and I would say if y'all have the ability to watch it, I would definitely try to watch it. Right. So Grae, why didn't you like this movie?
Why didn't I? Yeah, not that I didn't like it. It's
what didn't you like? Sorry, what didn't you like?
What didn't I like about it? You already said it was kind of a drag a little bit, because like I think they could have condensed this by around 20 minutes. I think it would have been better for the film because like they kind of regurgitated the part where for me it's wrong, and there are parts where it's kind of predictable. It's like because like the news reporter, right? They struck a deal. I'll spin the narrative that we're doing the right thing, that slay queen kind of narrative, so
Yeah.
that they'll look good and they'll get more sponsorships and stuff. They'll get more money. I think that they kind of stretched that one a bit too long because like it's so predictable. Like the moment when Coach Rob finally grows a conscience and decides that yeah, what we're doing is wrong. Yeah, she's the reason why the cowgirls came to be because she betrayed them. She brought
Yep.
in the cowgirls in so that they can get destroyed. And yeah, that part played for it. Everyone knows that was gonna happen eventually. So I think that kind of dragged the movie to a bit too long. Not really really long like the Marvels, but a tiny bit too long.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do agree with you. Like the whole part with Gwen,
Yeah.
like a little bit. Now here's the thing. It was like an ongoing joke that Jeremy Boring never had sex with Gwen.
Yeah, that too. Mhm.
Yeah, he basically was like blue balled the entire time, and he
Yeah.
was like, "Can we have sex?" It's like, "No, I really do want to have sex with you, though." But yeah, I think everyone does a really good job. I think the acting is like it's supposed to be campy. It's supposed to be like the the 2000s comedy. To be honest with you, though, was there? I would consider this my comedy that I enjoyed the most this year, unless you're including the Marvels for being just awful. Like it's so bad, it's awful comedy. But like there isn't actually any comedy movie that we watched, right? For this year.
Well, I would count Panderverse.
Which one? Pandaverse?
South Park.
Yeah,
Panderverse. But
Panda, I would say the Pandaverse, yeah. I would say it's like a mini movie. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
in terms of comedy that tries to throw jabs at the stuff that's going on. Yeah, I agree. This probably is the best shot at it.
Thanks for checking out this segment of the Project Eggroll podcast. If you like what we do here, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will know next time when we go live. We do go live every Saturday at 8 p.m. Once again, we are just getting started. Tons of more video to come. Thanks, and we'll see you guys next time.